Imagine a world where artificial intelligence not only predicts disease outbreaks, but also personalizes treatments with unmatched precision. A future where renewable energy powers not just homes, but entire cities seamlessly and affordably. Or a reality where your next big innovation conversation happens instantly, even on opposite sides of the globe, through next-gen communication tools. These aren't abstract fantasies. We're on the brink of these technological milestones, and they're already affecting how we work, live, and connect today. Emerging technologies are not just shaping the future, they're redefining the present. Why do these trends matter so much? Simply put, they hold the key to tackling some of humanity's most pressing challenges. With climate concerns escalating, renewable technologies are answering the call for clean and efficient energy. As global healthcare systems strain under growing demands, advanced technologies like wearable health trackers and robotic surgeries are offering life-saving innovations. Even communication, integral to both personal and professional life, continues to evolve, creating faster and more inclusive ways for people to connect across borders. Technology shapes societies, but more importantly, it empowers individuals and industries alike to strive for more sustainable and equitable futures. In this video, we're diving deep into 10 groundbreaking technology trends that are already beginning to transform our world. These innovations range from artificial intelligence breakthroughs to the future of healthcare, renewable energy technologies, and cutting-edge communication platforms. This isn't just a surface-level discussion. Each trend will be explored with real-world examples, tangible applications, and a look at the challenges and ethical considerations surrounding them. By the end, you'll not only see how far we've come, but how these advancements will lay the foundation for a better, brighter tomorrow. Let's get started by exploring what's leading this wave of transformation. Artificial intelligence and machine learning have reached unprecedented levels of sophistication, fundamentally altering how we interact with technology. One of the most notable advancements is in generative AI, where systems can now create human-like text, images, music, and even video content. Tools like ChatGPT have demonstrated the ability to understand and generate conversations so convincingly that they're being used everywhere, from customer support to personal productivity. Natural language processing, NLP for short, has become seamless, enabling computers to not only comprehend but also anticipate user needs, making human-computer interaction vastly more intuitive than it was just a few years ago. Beyond conversational tools, AI is becoming a game-changer in business processes. Machine learning algorithms are now being used to analyze massive datasets, optimize supply chains, and predict consumer behavior with incredible accuracy. For instance, retailers can use AI to personalize shopping experiences down to the individual, while financial institutions rely on predictive analytics to detect fraud or manage risks in real time. The integration of AI into everyday business is leading not only to improved efficiency, but also to entirely new ways of solving complex problems. The creative industries are also experiencing a revolution thanks to AI. Generative models like DALL-E and Stable Diffusion allow artists and designers to brainstorm and visualize concepts in ways that were once unimaginable. Musicians can collaborate with AI tools to compose melodies, while filmmakers use AI to edit scenes or even script ideas. However, these advancements don't come without challenges. Ethical concerns, such as ensuring AI-generated content respects intellectual property and addressing biases in machine learning algorithms, are pressing issues. As we integrate AI further into creative, business, and personal worlds, balancing innovation with responsibility will remain a critical priority. Quantum computing isn't just another step in computer evolution, it's a complete paradigm shift. While traditional computers process data in binary states of zeros and ones, quantum computers leverage the principles of quantum mechanics to process information using quantum bits, or qubits. These qubits can exist in multiple states simultaneously, a phenomenon called superposition. This capability enables quantum computers to perform calculations at speeds that are exponentially faster than even the most powerful supercomputers we have today. One of the areas quantum computing is poised to revolutionize is encryption, something directly tied to the backbone of online security. Classical encryption methods, like RSA, rely on the difficulty of factoring large prime numbers, a task impossible for modern computers to handle efficiently. However, quantum computers, using an algorithm such as Shor's, could theoretically break these encryptions in minutes, exposing both the vulnerabilities of current systems and the need for quantum-proof encryption methods. Governments and organizations worldwide are racing to develop post-quantum cryptography to safeguard digital infrastructures before quantum computers become widespread. Beyond encryption, quantum computing unlocks enormous potential in solving complex, large-scale problems that are currently unsolvable with classical computers. For example, simulating molecular interactions for drug discovery, a process that takes years today, could be accelerated dramatically with quantum computing. Companies like IBM and Google are already developing quantum systems to tackle global challenges like optimizing supply chains, managing financial risk, and addressing sustainability issues, such as efficient material design for renewable energy advancements. While the technology is still in its nascent stages, these applications showcase the power quantum computing holds to reshape industries and address problems previously deemed intractable. The evolution of mobile networks has reached a new frontier with the worldwide rollout of 5G technology. By dramatically increasing data transfer speeds and reducing latency, 5G is setting the foundation for an entirely new era of connectivity. Unlike its predecessor, 5G has the capacity to transmit data at speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, while lowering lag to near-instant levels, making real-time communication seamless. This isn't just an upgrade. It's the backbone of a technology revolution that will empower industries, cities, and individuals to function in smarter, more efficient ways. One of the most groundbreaking applications of 5G lies in its ability to power autonomous vehicles. Self-driving cars rely on vast amounts of data for navigation, decision-making, and safety, and the ultra-fast, reliable communication provided by 5G allows vehicles to exchange information with each other and with surrounding infrastructure in real time. This low-latency environment is essential for features like collision avoidance and dynamic traffic management. Imagine a world where gridlock becomes a thing of the past because traffic lights, road sensors, and cars work harmoniously, all thanks to the capabilities of 5G. Beyond transportation, 5G is driving the expansion of the Internet of Things, or IoT, a system where everyday devices, from smart refrigerators to industrial sensors, communicate and interact. With 5G's high-speed, low-latency connectivity, IoT devices can operate more efficiently and synchronously than ever before. For example, smart factories equipped with IoT sensors can monitor equipment in real time, predicting maintenance needs to prevent costly outages. Similarly, wearable health devices can track patient vitals and immediately alert healthcare providers to emergencies, potentially saving lives. These examples illustrate how 5G is more than a faster network. It's an enabler of transformative technologies that are reshaping industries and day-to-day life. The future of sustainability is being redefined by the latest advancements in renewable energy technology. Among the leaders in this revolution are advanced solar panels. Traditional photovoltaic solar panels, while effective, have been limited by sunlight conditions and energy conversion efficiency. However, innovative alternatives such as perovskite solar cells are breaking these barriers. These lightweight, flexible panels are easier to produce, more efficient, and can even function in low-light conditions. Researchers are also developing bifacial solar panels, which can capture sunlight from both sides, significantly boosting energy output per unit area. Such advancements pave the way for clean energy becoming more accessible and widespread. Wind energy, too, has entered a new phase with groundbreaking innovations in storage and generation. A key challenge in the past has been the intermittent nature of wind. To counter this, advanced battery technologies and energy storage systems, such as solid-state batteries and liquid air energy storage, are coming into play. These systems store surplus energy generated during high winds and release it when weather conditions are less favorable. Furthermore, offshore wind farms are now using floating turbines capable of being deployed in deeper ocean waters, opening up vast untapped wind energy potential. This not only increases energy output, but also minimizes the environmental and aesthetic impacts on land. These innovations are integral to combating climate change and striving for a zero-carbon future, powering homes, businesses, and even transportation systems with green energy reduces our reliance on fossil fuels, significantly cutting down greenhouse gas emissions. However, scaling these technologies globally isn't without challenges. The initial investment costs and infrastructure upgrades required pose barriers for certain regions. Yet, with growing public and private sector investments, as well as international cooperation through agreements like the Paris Accord, the trajectory is promising. Renewable energy is no longer an abstract solution. It's an actionable and necessary step in the fight for planetary sustainability. Advanced robotics and automation are no longer confined to science fiction. They are reshaping the way industries operate in profound and tangible ways. Take manufacturing, for instance. Factories around the world are adopting robotic systems that can perform repetitive tasks with unmatched precision and speed, reducing human error and increasing production output. Companies like Tesla have integrated robotics into nearly every aspect of their assembly lines, with machines executing tasks ranging from welding to painting. Importantly, these robots are not just increasing efficiency, but also allowing manufacturers to scale production to meet global demand faster than ever before. In the healthcare sector, robotic technologies are proving to be lifesavers, literally. Robotic surgery systems, such as the Da Vinci surgical system, enable doctors to perform highly delicate procedures through minimally invasive techniques. These systems use robotic arms guided by surgeons, offering precision and dexterity that surpasses human hands. Patients benefit from reduced recovery times, less pain, and smaller scars. Beyond surgery, robots are also being deployed to assist with physical therapy, medication administration, and even elder care, where humanoid robots like Pepper provide both companionship and functional support for aging populations. These innovations are setting the stage for a healthcare revolution that prioritizes both capability and compassion. Logistics and supply chain management have experienced transformative changes thanks to automation technologies. Warehouses operated by companies like Amazon and Alibaba deploy fleets of autonomous robots to sort, pick, and transport goods with remarkable efficiency. These robots work tirelessly 24/7, reducing operational costs and drastically speeding up delivery times. A particularly striking example is Okado's automated warehouse, a marvel of engineering where thousands of robots glide across a grid, seamlessly fulfilling orders in minutes. Outside of warehouses, self-driving delivery robots and drones are being piloted in urban areas, hinting at a future where automation could completely redefine how goods move from point A to point B. Healthcare technology has entered a new era, driven by breakthroughs that prioritize individualized care and real-time data. Personalized medicine stands at the forefront of this transformation, utilizing genetic data to tailor treatments specific to an individual's biology. For instance, therapies for cancer, such as targeted drugs matching a patient's molecular profile, are improving outcomes and reducing side effects. Beyond medications, companies are exploring predictive health modeling, which uses artificial intelligence to assess genetic risks and provide preventative care recommendations before issues arise. The rise of wearable health devices is empowering individuals with greater control over their well-being. From smartwatches measuring heart rate variability to glucose monitors that sync with smartphones for diabetes management, these devices are bridging the gap between patients and real-time health data. Award-winning innovations, such as FDA-approved wearable sensors for tracking irregular heart rhythms, are already saving lives. This trend isn't just about monitoring health. It's about enabling earlier interventions, transforming reactive healthcare into proactive care that underpins healthier lifestyles. Meanwhile, bioengineering is reshaping the boundaries of medical innovation. Bioprinting, which utilizes 3D printing to create living tissues or organs, is paving the way for practical solutions in organ transplant shortages. For example, researchers have successfully printed functional heart valves and artificial skin, progressing toward more complex applications like bioprinted kidneys. On another front, telemedicine is revolutionizing access to healthcare, especially in remote and underserved areas. Virtual consultations, powered by high-speed internet and AI diagnostic tools, allow patients to receive expert advice without traveling long distances. While challenges such as equitable access and regulatory hurdles remain, these technological advancements are expanding the reach and efficiency of modern medicine. When most people think of blockchain, their minds often jump to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. However, blockchain is so much more than digital currencies. It's a decentralized ledger system that provides unparalleled transparency, security, and efficiency across various industries. One sector where blockchain is making significant waves is supply chain management. By enabling every transaction and movement of goods to be tracked on an immutable ledger, blockchain solves long-standing issues like counterfeit goods, inefficiencies in tracking shipments, and a lack of transparency. For example, major companies like Walmart and IBM use blockchain technology to ensure food safety by tracing the origins of agricultural products through every step of the supply chain. This not only boosts consumer trust, but significantly reduces costs related to inefficiencies or recalls. Another area where blockchain is proving revolutionary is digital identity verification. In today's connected world, digital identity theft is a growing concern, but blockchain offers the promise of safer and more reliable identity management systems. Through decentralized and encrypted storage, individuals can hold control over their own identification data securely, without relying on third-party intermediaries that may risk breaches. Projects like ID 2020 are leveraging blockchain to provide secure identity solutions for underserved populations, like refugees, ensuring access to essential services such as healthcare, banking, and government aid without the typical hurdles of outdated ID systems. Finally, blockchain is transforming secure data sharing. Traditional systems of data exchange often leave sensitive information vulnerable to cyberattacks. With blockchain, data can be shared securely across multiple parties without risking its integrity or privacy. For instance, in the healthcare industry, blockchain allows for the secure sharing of patient records among hospitals and insurance providers while maintaining full data confidentiality. Similarly, academic institutions and research agencies use blockchain-based platforms to authenticate and share findings, preventing fraud or unauthorized modifications. These examples show how blockchain is reimagining how data flows, ensuring trust and security in areas where they matter most. Augmented reality and virtual reality are no longer confined to science fiction. They are becoming integral to industries like gaming, education, and even retail. AR enhances the real world by overlaying digital information onto physical environments, while VR immerses users in entirely virtual settings. The gaming industry serves as a significant driving force for these technologies. Titles like Half-Life, Alex demonstrate the incredible storytelling potential of VR, drawing players into hyper-realistic worlds. Meanwhile, AR has taken mobile gaming to the next level with apps like Pokemon Go, which brought millions outdoors to interact with virtual creatures in real-world locations, showcasing AR's engaging power to merge digital creativity with physical spaces. Beyond entertainment, AR and VR are reshaping professional training and education. Flight simulators for pilots and advanced VR-based medical training platforms illustrate how these tools can replicate real-life scenarios in a risk-free environment, enabling users to gain critical skills with precision. For example, VR environments allow surgeons to practice delicate procedures in a virtual space, enhancing patient outcomes. AR is also making strides in on-the-job training, where augmented overlays guide technicians in tasks like assembling complex machinery or repairing equipment. These innovations are streamlining learning processes and minimizing human error across various sectors. Live events and consumer experiences are also being transformed. The concept of the metaverse, where immersive VR worlds host concerts, virtual conferences, and social meetups, is becoming more tangible with platforms like Meta's Horizon Worlds. Simultaneously, AR is revolutionizing retail by allowing customers to virtually try on clothes, glasses, or even furniture in their own homes, as seen with IKEA's AR app. By bridging physical and digital spaces, AR and VR are creating limitless possibilities for human interaction, creativity, and commerce. As these technologies expand, they promise to reshape our perception of reality itself. Climate change remains one of the most pressing global challenges of our time, prompting scientists and engineers to develop groundbreaking technologies to address its impact. Climate tech encompasses a broad range of innovations, from renewable energy advancements to emission reduction techniques. One notable area of focus is carbon capture and storage, or CCS. These technologies capture CO2 emissions from industrial sources and power plants, then store them deep underground to prevent their release into the atmosphere. Companies like Climeworks are leading the way with direct air capture solutions, extracting CO2 straight from the air and even repurposing it for use in products like fuels and building materials. While still in their infancy, such technologies hold enormous potential to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions if scaled effectively. Another emerging frontier is geoengineering, where scientists are exploring ways to intervene in Earth's climate systems. These methods range from solar radiation management, using reflective aerosols in the atmosphere to cool the planet, to large-scale ocean fertilization to enhance carbon absorption. While experimental, projects like Harvard's Stratospheric Controlled Perturbation Experiment, SCOPX, aim to assess the feasibility and risks of such techniques. Geoengineering offers the appeal of addressing global warming on a short timescale, but it faces significant technical uncertainties and ethical concerns, such as unintended side effects and geopolitical disputes over its implementation. The rise of climate technology and geoengineering prompts urgent debates on responsibility, equity, and risk assessment. As the cost of inaction on climate change grows, the benefits of these technologies are increasingly being weighed against their potential consequences. Experts stress that while climate tech can aid in reducing emissions and mitigating damage, they are not standalone solutions. Cutting greenhouse gas emissions at the source must remain a priority. To ensure a sustainable future, policymakers, scientists, and industry innovators must work together, balancing innovation with regulation, ethical considerations, and public trust. Space exploration is no longer solely the domain of national agencies like NASA or the European Space Agency. The private sector has emerged as a significant player, with companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Rocket Lab driving innovation and pushing boundaries. SpaceX, for instance, has revolutionized launch costs through its reusable rocket technology, a game changer that makes space travel significantly more economical. Meanwhile, Blue Origin is making strides with its focus on developing sustainable commercial spaceflight and lunar technologies. These efforts are not only enabling new scientific missions, but are laying the groundwork for industries like space tourism, asteroid mining, and even off-world manufacturing. Another cornerstone of modern space exploration is the rapid evolution of satellite technology. From miniaturized CubeSats to massive geostationary satellites, these innovations are transforming how we monitor and interact with our world. Advances in satellite constellations, like SpaceX's Starlink and OneWeb, are poised to deliver high-speed internet to remote corners of the globe, bridging the digital divide. Furthermore, satellites equipped with advanced optical and radar sensors are enabling unprecedented environmental and agricultural monitoring, aiding in disaster response, and supporting national security initiatives. The future promises even more groundbreaking applications, such as quantum communication through satellite networks for unhackable data transmission. Perhaps the most awe-inspiring aspect of modern space exploration is humanity's renewed focus on interplanetary travel. NASA's Artemis program is set to return humans to the moon and establish a sustainable presence there, acting as a proving ground for missions to Mars. Private enterprises are also joining the race. SpaceX's Starship program, designed for interplanetary travel, has set its sights on landing humans on Mars within the next decade. These endeavors are paving the way for unprecedented scientific discovery and raising the possibility of creating self-sustaining colonies on other worlds. However, such ambitious plans also come with challenges: radiation protection, sustainable life support systems, and the ethical implications of becoming an interplanetary species remain key questions to address. As groundbreaking as emerging technologies are, they bring with them ethical dilemmas that cannot be ignored. Take artificial intelligence, for example. While AI is revolutionizing industries, it is also susceptible to biases. Machine learning models are only as unbiased as the data they're trained on, and when historical data carries societal prejudices, AI systems can reinforce and even amplify these biases. This has been observed in areas like recruitment algorithms that unfairly disadvantage certain demographic groups, or predictive policing software that disproportionately targets marginalized communities. The ethical question, how do we ensure technology, like AI, is equitable and unbiased, especially when it's increasingly used to make critical decisions in areas like healthcare, hiring, and criminal justice? Another critical concern is data privacy. With advancements in IoT devices, wearable technologies, and social platforms, we're generating and sharing more personal data than ever before. Companies now have unprecedented access to vast amounts of information about users' habits, preferences, and even biometric data. While this data is used for personalization and innovation, it raises questions about ownership and misuse. Consider instances where sensitive data has been exposed through breaches or monetized without consent. Are we adequately informed of how our data is being used? And more importantly, how do we establish stronger policies that prioritize consumer protection over corporate profit? Lastly, let's address the societal impact of automation. While robotics and AI-powered systems lead to efficiency and cost reductions, they also raise red flags about employment disruptions. Jobs in manufacturing, logistics, and even some professional sectors are increasingly being automated, leaving millions at potential risk of redundancy. The ethical dilemma here isn't just about the jobs themselves, but the social fabric it disrupts. What happens to communities when traditional employment pathways erode? At the same time, these disruptions present an opportunity to rethink workforce structures and invest in res-killing initiatives to prepare people for new types of jobs. Will society innovate fast enough to ensure no one is left behind? Governments around the world have increasingly recognized their profound influence on the ethical deployment of technologies and their societal ramifications. Whether it's the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, which set global benchmarks for data privacy, or China's aggressive pursuit of AI supremacy through state-supported initiatives, these examples underscore how deliberate policymaking can shape the adoption and impact of technology. By creating boundaries and frameworks, governments ensure technological advancements are not only innovative but also responsible. Without policies clarifying issues like data ownership, consent, and security, modern breakthroughs such as AI and cloud computing could spiral into ethically murky waters, eroding public trust in tech. Another critical area of governmental intervention lies in sustainability. As we face the dual challenges of climate change and resource depletion, policies mandating renewable energy adoption and green technology standards are steering the development of eco-friendly innovations. For instance, countries like Norway and Germany are leading the way by setting ambitious targets for electric vehicle adoption, backed by investments in charging infrastructure. Similarly, global agreements, such as the Paris Climate Accord, are nudging nations to incentivize the growth of clean energy technologies. By setting regulatory milestones, governments enable a market shift toward solutions that align with long-term environmental goals. However, even with solid government intervention, challenges remain. The fast pace of technological evolution often outstrips the ability of legislators to keep up. For instance, the emergence of facial recognition technology has sparked heated debates over its applications in public surveillance. Yet only a few nations have comprehensive regulations surrounding its ethical use. Moreover, policies must strike a delicate balance, fostering innovation while curbing misuse. Consider the rise of blockchain. While its potential for decentralized security is groundbreaking, its link with energy-intensive cryptocurrencies exemplifies the need for nuanced laws that encourage innovation without exacerbating global energy crises. Governments, therefore, are at the heart of shaping not just how technology develops, but also how it is responsibly integrated into our lives. Emerging technologies are transforming the way companies innovate and operate, enabling them to stay competitive in increasingly dynamic markets. Take artificial intelligence, for example, which is not just a tool for automation but a strategic enabler. Companies are using AI-powered predictive analytics to forecast trends, assess risks, and personalize customer experiences. Retail giants like Amazon utilize AI for advanced inventory management and recommendation systems, while financial institutions leverage machine learning to detect fraudulent transactions within milliseconds. These implementations highlight how businesses are adopting cutting-edge technology to address complex challenges efficiently. The Internet of Things, or IoT, is another transformative technology reshaping industries. In manufacturing, smart factories equipped with IoT-enabled sensors now collect real-time data, allowing companies to predict equipment failures and reduce downtime. Logistics companies are optimizing supply chains using IoT tracking systems to monitor the location and condition of goods in transit. Even agriculture is being revamped, with IoT devices monitoring soil moisture and crop health to maximize yield. Such applications demonstrate how businesses are leveraging IoT to enhance efficiency and ensure smarter decision-making across the board. Cloud computing has become a backbone for innovation, offering scalable and flexible solutions for businesses of all sizes. From startups to multinational corporations, cloud-based platforms enable teams to access and store data securely, collaborate remotely, and integrate advanced tools like AI and machine learning into their processes without requiring massive on-site infrastructure. For example, Netflix uses cloud technology to deliver seamless streaming experiences to millions of viewers worldwide, while small businesses use software as a service, SaaS, solutions for tasks like customer relationship management and financial planning. These advancements illustrate how the cloud is empowering businesses to innovate cost-effectively and adapt to rapid market changes. As we stand on the brink of unprecedented technological change, one of the most important skills anyone can cultivate is the ability to stay informed. To do this effectively, start by following reputable sources of tech news, such as industry-leading blogs, podcasts, and research publications. Platforms like MIT Technology Review and Wired offer deep insights into innovations shaping the future. Additionally, think beyond surface-level articles. Consider joining online forums or LinkedIn groups that discuss specific trends like AI, the Internet of Things, or clean energy. This targeted approach helps you absorb useful, actionable perspectives. With thousands of technologies competing for attention, honing your ability to find credible and relevant information will give you the edge you need to stay current. In addition to staying informed, upskilling is an invaluable way to adapt to these rapid changes. For instance, consider exploring online learning platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or Khan Academy, which host courses covering everything from the basics of machine learning to in-depth studies on renewable energy systems. Whether you're a software engineer, healthcare professional, or creative artist, identifying emerging skills specific to your industry can future-proof your career. For example, graphic designers could benefit from learning augmented reality design tools, while project managers might explore blockchain-powered workflow integration. The key is to assess the skills that align with upcoming trends in your field and make continuous learning a part of your routine. Think of it not as a one-time investment, but as a lifelong process. Lastly, taking a proactive approach to experimentation can help bridge the gap between knowledge and application. Engage with the technologies you hear about. Download apps powered by artificial intelligence, experiment with blockchain wallets, or try out wearables that monitor health metrics. Understanding these innovations firsthand demystifies them and builds confidence in integrating them into everyday life or work. For instance, experimenting with AI text generators can sharpen writing workflows, or learning basic coding can unlock new creative solutions. Even small steps, like participating in local tech meetups or hackathons, can connect you with innovators and foster collaborations. The goal here is not perfection, but immersion. Getting involved allows you to build a skill set capable of evolving alongside technology. As we stand on the brink of technological revolutions, the transformative potential of emerging innovations is nothing short of extraordinary. Picture a world where renewable energies eliminate reliance on fossil fuels, artificial intelligence addresses pressing global issues like food insecurity, and medical breakthroughs bring personalized, affordable healthcare to every corner of the planet. These are not far-fetched dreams. They are achievable realities waiting to unfold. For instance, AI-powered tools are already helping farmers predict crop yields and optimize water usage, directly combating issues of hunger and resource scarcity. Similarly, medical technologies like portable diagnostic devices are enabling healthcare access in remote regions, making life-changing treatment possible for people who previously had none. These upcoming innovations demonstrate the power technology has to improve quality of life by solving the world's hardest problems. However, it's equally essential to acknowledge the risks and challenges that come with these advancements. As technologies accelerate at an unprecedented rate, they also introduce ethical dilemmas, societal disruptions, and potential inequities. For example, AI has immense potential, but left unchecked, it could lead to biases encoded into decision-making systems, affecting critical areas like justice and finance. Automation could revolutionize industries, but it also raises concerns about economic displacement and job security for millions of workers globally. To fully harness the benefits of technology, society must establish safeguards that ensure fair use, prioritize sustainability, and promote inclusivity. This includes fostering collaboration between governments, industries, and ethical organizations to create frameworks that balance innovation with accountability. Ultimately, the future of technology presents humanity with a powerful opportunity, the chance to reshape the world for the better. From eradicating diseases to combating climate change and enabling global connectivity, these advancements hold the promise to transform lives on an unprecedented scale. But this vision relies on collective action, on the ability of individuals, corporations, and nations to embrace innovation responsibly and work towards shared goals. The technologies we've discussed throughout this video are not just tools. They are catalysts for creating a world defined by progress, equality, and resilience. With thoughtful stewardship and conscientious development, the innovations of tomorrow can lead us to a brighter, more sustainable future for all. As we've seen throughout this video, the technological landscape is evolving at an astonishing pace, with breakthroughs that are already redefining industries and pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. From artificial intelligence reshaping creativity and decision-making, to space exploration promising to make humanity an interplanetary species, these advancements are no longer on the horizon. They're here and growing fast. Each trend we've examined holds the power to create opportunities, address global challenges, and transform society in ways both profound and personal. But it's not just about the technologies themselves. It's also about how we, as individuals and as a society, choose to engage with them. These innovations present not only opportunities, but challenges that require thoughtful consideration. The ethical dilemmas of AI biases, the societal impacts of automation, and the delicate balance between innovation and privacy are just a few of the questions we must actively grapple with. While these technologies offer incredible possibilities for upliftment and progress, their impact will ultimately depend on the decisions we make today. So, now it's your turn to join the conversation. What excites you most about the future of technology? Which trend do you think will have the greatest impact? Or are there innovations you're skeptical about? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Technology is a shared journey, and the more we engage, discuss, and challenge ideas, the better equipped we'll be to shape a future that benefits us all. And if you enjoyed exploring these fascinating tech trends, there's plenty more to learn about. So stay curious, stay informed, and keep imagining what's possible. If you want more no-fluff videos like this on upcoming technology trends, subscribe now and share this with one friend who follows the game.